Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron Hale, and today we're going to talk about the Work Schedules feature that's available in the ProPricer Services Contractor Edition. Work schedules allow you to determine the standard number of hours an employee will work per month and per year. Work schedules can account for active hours, PTO hours, vacation hours, and other types of active and inactive hours. These working hours are used to calculate an estimate's equivalent heads, or the equivalent number of people working in any given month or year. Work schedules also allow you to apply rate modifiers to a resource, which will allow the modification of the resource's direct rate. For example, a rate modifier can be used to account for overtime or hazard pay. So let's get into ProPricer and look at work schedules. Our first stop is the work schedule library, where we have to enter the name and the description for each work schedule that we want to use. You can see that I already have 4 work schedules created. Next, we need to create a work schedule table, which is used to define the work schedules from the library. Work schedule tables are useful because you can use the same work schedule from the library in multiple proposals, but define them differently for each proposal using your table. To start, right-click on the Work Schedule Tables folder and select New Work Schedule Table. At this point, you'll need to enter a name for the table and select an algorithm. I've already created a work schedule table for us to look at, so I'll just click Cancel here. To open the standard work schedule table, I'll double-click on it from the Rates and Tables section of the navigation pane. Let's look at the Union Work Schedule. In the grid, you can see where rate modifiers can be added to the work schedule. The rate modifiers that are available in the drop-down menu come from the algorithm elements with their type set as rate modifier. So if you need to add more rate modifiers, you'll need to adjust the algorithm. Then, in the action and value columns, you can define how you want the modifier to change the resource element's direct rate. To apply these rate modifiers to a resource estimate, this work schedule table must be assigned to the proposal. Then, one of its work schedules must be assigned to the resource in the proposal. Before we get to that, let's set the number of hours per year for the Union work schedule. So there are 2 ways to do this. I can either type in a total number of hours for the year here, or I can enter the number of hours per month in the month hours grid down here. Next, I can add holiday hours, PTO hours, and other hours. The sum of the holiday hours, PTO hours, and other hours give us the total number of non-productive hours, and the leftover available hours are the productive hours per year for the people working in this schedule. Now that I've finished setting up the table, let's look at how to use it in a proposal. First, I have to assign the table to the proposal in the proposal properties. So I'm going to right-click on the proposal, then select Proposal Properties. Once the proposal properties open, I will click on the calendar page and use the drop-down menu to choose the work schedule table that I want to use with this proposal. Like most tables in ProPricer, there will probably be more than one, so make sure you select the right one. As you see here, I have already selected the standard work schedule table. Next, we can open the proposal and add a resource estimate and assign the Union work schedule. To open the proposal, double-click on it in the proposal list. After the proposal opens, I'm going to select Task ID 1, and then I'm going to use the drop-down menu in the resource column of this grid to choose a resource. Notice that these resources already have a work schedule assigned. This is because the work schedule can be assigned in the resource library or on the direct rate table. But remember, how these work schedules are defined depends on the work schedule table assigned to the proposal. Okay, so now I'm going to select the Cleaning Manager resource, and the Union work schedule is already selected for me. If I want to use a different schedule with this resource, I can just use the drop-down menu here and select the one I want. Next, I'm going to spread one equivalent head per month using the load curve. When I switch the input view to hours, notice how the number of hours per curve corresponds to the hours defined in the work schedule table. Now let's take a look at a rate modifier. Let's say I want to add 10 hours per month of overtime cost to the cleaning technician. I can do this by selecting the cleaning technician resource, the overtime rate modifier, and then spreading 10 hours per month using the load curve. Notice here in the summary that an additional $5,860.13 of overtime cost has been added to the resource. So to sum up today's episode, work schedules are a great feature that allow you to determine the standard number of hours an employee will work per month and per year. Work schedules can account for active hours, paid time off hours, vacation hours, and other hours. Work schedules also allow you to add rate modifiers to your resource that it can count for overtime, hazard pay, or any other instance where you might need to adjust the rate of a resource. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please share it with your colleagues who use ProPricer. If you have any questions about ProPricer, please email us directly. Again, my name is Aaron Hale, and as always, thank you for watching.